Good morning students. So today's our topic is saprotrophic nutrition. As you know that it is the type of heterotrophic nutrition, the new type of nutrition where the organism obtain or derive their food from different sources or different organisms, other organisms. So today we will discuss about saprotrophic nutrition. So before going to the topic, first we should know what is this saprotrophic. Because you already know nutrition. Nutrition is what? Nutrition is a way of deriving the food, okay, from different sources. Now, next is sapro and trops. Sapro means what? The saprotrophic word consists of two terms, sapros and trops. Sapros means rotten or degraded, whereas trops mean food, and the nutrition means deriving the food. If we will now combine these three terms, sapro, trops and nutritions, then it will give the definition of saprotrophic nutrition, which says organisms that derive their food from dead and degraded matter. There are some organisms which live on the dead and decayed matter and derive their food from that source of organism. Now in the next we will see how those organisms derive their food from this rotten or degraded matter. Now we will see how this saprotrophic nutrition is performed by some organisms, by the saprotrophs, because the saprotrophic nutrition, those who conduct this saprotrophic nutrition, those organisms are called saprotrophs. So how they perform this process? By extracellular digestion. Means extra means outside, cellular means cell, and digestion. Digestion is what? It is the process of the simplification of complex food that the organism intake or eat. Some organisms are there which perform this process of digestion outside the body, means outside the cell. If it is a unicellular organism, then it is outside the cell. If it is a multicellular organism, then it is outside the body. But this process of digestion, that is extracellular digestion, if this process is conducted outside the body and after the food being digested, that will be absorbed into the body, that type of digestion is called extracellular digestion. There are some saprotrophs which perform this type of digestion to derive their nutrition, like bread mold and mushroom. Okay, this bread mold and mushroom, they perform extracellular digestion, means the process of digestion is conducted outside the body of the organism and then the digested food is absorbed into the body. So in the next we will see how this bread mold perform this saprotrophic nutrition with the help of a piece of bread. Okay students, as we have discussed that we will see the formation of bread mold. First we should know what is bread mold. Bread mold is a type of fungus that has been formed on the piece of the bread. Okay, that is due to the condition, excessive moisture, or in the dark. If you will keep this piece of bread for 2-3 days in a dark place, in a moisture environment, this fungus will start grow on the piece of bread. As it grows on bread, that's why it is called bread mold, and the scientific name of the bread mold is rhizopus. It's a fungus. Now we will see, here you see the formation of the bread mold. Okay, here you can see some black white patches, some cottony growth has been formed on this piece of paper. That is the bread mold, or called the rhizopus. Okay, with the help of the plucker, if you will see, there are some cottony growth. Okay, cottony growth along with the black patches. If we will take a very small sample on a glass slide and see under the microscope, we can see the detailed structure of the bread mold. Okay students, as you can see, this is the structure of the bread mold. If you will, as I have shown you, if you will take a part of this bread mold, okay, and see under the microscope, we can see this structure that I have drawn here on the board. Okay, this is the part. You can see a base like structure. The base, meaning the bread upon which the fungus will grow, that base is called mycelium. And the root like structure, it's not exactly the root, but a root like structure that has come out from the base is called rhizoids. and the base on which the fungus start grow, it's nothing but a network like structure, as you can see on the diagram. It is called mycelium. The base on which the fungus will go is called mycelium. The tubular structure that has come out from the mycelium is called hyphae, and the bulb-like structure is called sporangium, and the dots present in the sporangium are called spores. Let me tell you about the function of this part. So as you can see that base of the fungus is called mycelium. So what is the function of the base? The function will give a substratum so that the fungus can grow. The root-like structure has come out, that is called rhizoid. What is it mean for? That will use to suck the nutrition from the deteriorated bread, as it is a saprotroph. The tubular structure is the part from where it carries the important part of the fungus, that is called sporangium, inside which spores are there. The spores are responsible for the process of, as it is a living organism, that is quite obvious, it will reproduce. How it will reproduce? It will reproduce by the spores. How the spores will come out? When this sporangium bursts, the spore will come out. Again they will get another another substratum or another suitable base where they can grow. Then it will start growing and will spread. It will multiply in number. Students, I hope this video will help you to understand about the saprotrophic nutrition and the structure of the bread mold.